The current power crisis in Kiev that has led to demands by many regions for autonomy and special statuses underlines claims that Ukraine cannot be regarded as a reliable partner for the European Union, and its ambition of becoming a member state are unrealistic, at least in the near future. This was the main conclusion of the European Academy, a leading French NGO, which says the bitter conflict in Donbass and numerous internal problems undermine Ukraine's aspirations to forge closer ties with the EU. Under the title Crisis of Power in Ukraine, Why Regions Seek Autonomy, the Academy convened a special event in Brussels on the 3rd of June as part of efforts to address its crisis of power and find a lasting solution to a war now into its second year. French MEP Jean-Luc Schaffhauser, founder and president of the European Academy, told the briefing with Brussels-based journalists that the current composition in Ukraine does not work.
I think we have to find positive solutions. And you see, all these persons who was discussing are not extremists. We are for Ukrainian border. We don't have to change. We have to find autonomy status for several regions, and I'm sure we find the way of peace. And I see this assembly agree. So we have to find, and we have to involve now. And this is written in Minsk II. We have absolutely now to make the involvement of Minsk II.
With eastern Ukraine still in turmoil, the Brussels briefing was an opportunity, especially for representatives of the Ukraine media and other interested parties, to interact with a panel of international independent observers. They included lawyer and former Bulgarian MP Pavel Chernev, who highlighted the desperate plight of Bulgarians in Ukraine, especially in Bessarabia, the second biggest minority group in the country.
So this was the main goal. Well, it's nice that maybe for the first time we are pointing and showing to European society what is the other side, the flip side of what's happening in Kiev and what is the real measures there.
Do you feel there is hope for the future of Kiev, for the future of the Ukraine?
Every time we have to give peace a hope, we have to give peace a chance. So yes, there is a hope. When still we are talking and not having war here, yes, there is a hope.
Ukrainian public activist Oleksii Tsvetkov, leader of the public movement Odessa in favor of Porto Franco, told the audience how Ukrainian authorities persecute members of this organization, which claims more economic rights for this region. Recently, they'd informed the UN about illegal actions on the part of Ukraine's police forces, which had banned their public events and press conferences. Tsvetkov informed the meeting about several arrests of members of the movement. French writer Alexandre Valle believes that the source of the current conflict is Western interference in Ukrainian affairs. In his own words, America had invested over $5 billion into different colored revolutions, which resulted in huge civilian losses in Ukraine. Another panelist, Italian economist and political scientist Andrea Villotti, addressed the dire state of the economy in Ukraine and called for a better balanced tax policy there. He argued that the ongoing economic crisis in Europe had underlined how regional autonomy can potentially improve the economic lives of citizens. Italian analyst and political scientist Alessandro Musolino pointed out that Ukraine had again recently voiced interest in EU membership, but cautioned that the EU currently can have no interest in allowing in a country like Ukraine. Applying for EU membership is not like applying for membership of a golf club.